Hello, my name is Nick Bennett and I'm the Public Services Ombudsman for Wales. I have responsibilities when it comes to complaints about public service delivery across all devolved services in Wales, but also about the Code of Conduct for local authority members in Wales. Anyone can approach my office with complaints about Code of Conduct issues in Wales. We have online resources. A complaints form is available on our website. We receive complaints from members of the public, but also from elected members about other elected members from the same authority, from monitoring officers, and sometimes from local authorities themselves. Our website also includes guidance, and we have two sets of guidance, one for the 22 county councils in Wales and another for the 735 town and community councils that exist in Wales. Increasingly, over recent years, we've seen more and more use of local resolutions. So where we have lower level complaints, those can be dealt with locally. Members can still approach my office should they so wish, but if I think that something is better dealt with informally or locally, then we will certainly refer those complaints back for local resolution. Often, particularly during election years, we tend to receive high numbers of vexatious, malicious and sometimes frivolous complaints. I take a very dim view of this, particularly during a period of austerity, and members need to be reminded that vexatious complaints are a breach of the code itself. We have a two-stage test for deciding whether or not to investigate code complaints. First of all, has an actual breach of the code occurred? And secondly, most importantly for me, is it in the public interest? How serious is the code breach in order for us to decide to take it forward? I'm particularly concerned about issues where trust might have been abused, where power has been abused, where perhaps an elected member is seeking to make personal gain from their public office and public duty, or where anyone is abusing their power in order to bully the staff of a local authority, for example. So it's really important that we keep the focus on the most serious types of breach, those issues that would trouble the public the most and which undermine faith and confidence in public services and public duty the most. Increasingly, we've seen complaints about social media use. I think that the use of Facebook and Twitter are a fantastic way for, particularly during the Information Society, for elected members to reach out to their constituents and other bodies of interest. But it's really important that they consider what they post on social media and the way in which that could be a transgression of the code. And then I think also in terms of their behaviour and the way in which they undertake their public duty, the scrutiny of public officials and ensuring openness and transparency is really important. But there can be a fine line between forceful scrutiny and what can actually be seen as bullying. So again, I would urge members to bear that fine line in mind. Our website does provide fact sheets which give the detail of the way in which we handle complaints once they're received and the way in which we go about our investigations. Once we receive a complaint about a member, we do inform the member and they are free to respond should they so wish, but they are under absolutely no obligation to do so. Once we have amassed all the evidence and we feel that the member has a case to answer, we will call them to interview. But during the period of the investigation, members are free to go about their normal duties. It's important that they're able to do so, but I must emphasise that it's also absolutely vital that they don't discuss the case in any way which would prejudice the investigation, and certainly don't try and influence any evidence or any witnesses during the period of the investigation. Well, there are 4 different outcomes from an investigation. First of all, we find no evidence. Secondly, we feel that no further action is taken. So under both those scenarios, that's the end of the matter. However, we might refer a matter to the Standards Committee, and the Standards Committee of the local authority will have the power to censure a member or to suspend them for up to 6 months. And then for the most serious cases, we will refer those to the adjudication panel for Wales, and there is power to disqualify members for up to 5 years. I think it's really important that we work collaboratively to make sure that we really see further improvements in the standards of public life in Wales, the Nolan principles, issues around exercising leadership, ensuring openness and transparency, and I think most of all, selflessness and real commitment to public duty. And I hope through the guidance that we provide, including this video, that we can work together to ensure we see ever increasing levels of behaviour in the future.